Day 3. Come on! Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning in for day 3 of our Yorkshire Dales Waterfall walking extravaganza. Yeah, thanks for tuning in again. So today is my last day. I am heading back home after I've finished where I'm heading off to next. Now I know this is supposed to be about waterfalls. I've literally come up here to do waterfalls, but as a landscape photographer, sometimes you just see things that you can't ignore. Now, I've literally just stopped at this spot here. 2 reasons. I'm up in the clouds. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The second reason as well is something caught my eye as I was driving down this road. I'm just going to swing around and just see behind me. I don't know how well this will translate on video, but you've got this beautiful road. Well, I say road, gravel track, leading up into this mountain range just here. Absolutely beautiful. Do you know what? It would be unjust if I didn't actually get my camera out and see if I could actually make anything of this. So I'm going to stop here for a bit, get a couple of pictures. Fingers crossed they'll turn out all right. You never know. And then I'm off to Cray and another gill just not far down the road from there. Yeah, supposed to be quite a few waterfalls down there. I'm not going to spend too much time because I've got the long drive home, which is why I'm making that my final destination of this tour. But yeah, happy days. Hopefully these pictures come out all right, and yeah, see you guys in a minute. So hopefully I got some good pictures in that last spot. Just as I was taking the pictures, the sun actually just started to break through the clouds a little bit and just lit up some of those hills just in the distance. Looked absolutely lovely. Hopefully I made the most of it. Yeah, got back in my car, drove 30 seconds down the road, if that, and actually realised that I was at the spot I wanted to be at. Now, I actually want to continue just down the road a little way, because I want to go to the bottom, down to, I think it's Crook Gill, and then I'm going to work my way back up, back to this point here. But the reason I wanted to stop is because I don't know if it will still be there. All of these clouds just covering the top of these hills here looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to try and find a spot that'll actually utilise the landscape as well as the sky as well. I think just behind me, I think that might actually be Buckden Pike. Could be wrong. But yeah, this spot is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to whip the camera out again. Hopefully not get attacked by all the sheep that's behind me. And yeah, see if I can actually get a good picture and make the most of this, because that is beautiful. I'm actually doing here is, obviously you can see I've got the camera set up just behind me, is we've got this tree just here. So I'm using that tree as almost like a foreground interest, as well as this dry stream just here. Then obviously into the background you've got all these clouds. Now probably doesn't show because I think it's actually blowing out the sky at the moment, but the sky actually looks really moody. So I've got a 3-stop graduated neutral density filter actually mounted as well, just to bring some of the atmosphere back out of this sky. Taking a couple of shots. I believe I'm on 1/100th of a second, f11, ISO 100. Now, yeah, you can't really see this, I don't think it's translating, but just there, the sun is actually just breaking through some cloud and it's nicely lighting up these hills just behind this tree, whilst keeping all this sort of foreground area quite dark. It's actually looking proper mint, but obviously it's all how it translates through to the actual to the picture itself, and hopefully I can really bring through the essence of this. I can really capture it. Just behind the camera you won't be able to see is one of the main reasons I actually came up here. It's a falls, I think they just call it Middle Falls. Now you've probably, if you've watched the first 2 episodes of this 3-dayer, you'll have heard me banging on about how dry the weather has been up here. Now yes, obviously we had a small amount of rain yesterday, but I mean a small amount. Looking at Middle Falls, it's not really a fall, it's barely even a trickle, if I'm completely honest with you. And I believe that's why you've got this dry bed here, because there's actually no water flowing down here, because there's a stream that runs all the way, snakes all the way down to the bottom. And it does run into a stream down the end as well, which there was water in it, but I don't know how that's actually going to translate when it comes to actually looking at the falls. So I guess we will see. I'm going to stop rambling on at you now and yeah, take some more pictures. And here we are, Middle Falls, or should I actually just call it Middle Dribble? Yeah, the water flow over here is absolutely appalling. I'm going to take a picture because I believe then that would actually take me up to 18 falls for this 3 days so far. And I'm really praying that there's actually more flow on the other falls. But as far as this is concerned, I'll take the picture. I'll pop it up after this segment, but yeah. I decided to actually just make the walk round here before I actually went further down into Cray and then on to, I think it's Crook Gill, because I'm already here, and to be honest with you, I'm not going to be here very long. I doubt you can even see the water flowing over it in this, but yeah, disappointing. But it's going to be one of those falls that I'm going to have to revisit when I next come up here, when we've had a bit more wet weather. So I parked up in the hamlet of Cray, and I'll be honest with you, the water flow is absolutely terrible at the moment. I have a feeling that today is actually going to be a total whitewash. I'm not too disheartened. Obviously we've stopped a couple of times to take pictures of the vistas and stuff, so it's not a total waste. I've still managed to bag 18 waterfalls, I think. Might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less, I don't know. I'll count at the end. But yeah, we've still managed to bag plenty of waterfalls across the last couple of days. It might just be today that there are none. I know Middle Falls was, I'd say it was a dribble at best. But realistically, you know, I'm pleased with what else I've shot so far. It's just a case of whether we actually do get any waterfalls today. So this actually might be a really short vlog. Not really much we can do about it, but yeah, there we go. Keep watching and we'll see what we find. I'm now down in Crookgill, just outside of Crays, so yeah, keep watching and we'll see what we can find. Well, I wasn't wrong. Saying about the waterfalls and stuff like that, probably won't be capturing many due to the lack of water, you know, the key element that you need for waterfalls. And I literally just finished that last section, turned around and saw this lovely building with this tree. Now, it doesn't look very spectacular and stuff, but it was something that just really grabbed me about this. So I've actually taken a couple of shots with it. Shooting on ISO 100, 1/125th f11. Now what we've obviously got, you can just see if I stop moving, you've got these clouds. Now it isn't actually this bright, it's just obviously because I've got my back towards the sun. They're causing a really nice ominous effect in this sort of dead space that I'm actually getting. That's kind of all around me. That's actually to one side of the actual image, so I've really utilised grabbing this bit in one side, essentially how it looks now. Got this on the one side, got this on the other, and I have just got a soft graduated neutral density filter on there as well, just to sort of bring down the colour of the clouds and make it that bit more atmospheric. It's a bit windy today. I don't know if you can hear this on the mic. I might be sheltering it from the wind, or it might be blowing a gale and really interfering with it, but yeah, I'm actually really pleased with this image. See, not everything when you're a landscape photographer, or a waterfall photographer I should probably say, is all about waterfalls. There is some real beauty around places like this in the Yorkshire Dales. I don't know. So yeah, I'm sure you guys will check out the image shortly. Well, sometimes persistence pays off, and also low water levels as well. I was just literally walking from that old barn that I took pictures of, and I could hear the running water. Now there is a heavily banked up side there, and I was like, how do I get down to this? Fortunately, because of the low water, I could actually traipse through the water in my waterproof shoes and get to this little beauty, just there. It's not the greatest of falls, don't get me wrong. In fact, it's barely even a fall. Just kind of running over some rocks, but it's actually a really cute place. So I'm going to stop here and just take a couple of pictures. The rocks are very slippy, so when I come back to you, don't be surprised if I'm a little bit soggy, because I've probably fallen on my bum. But yeah, stay tuned, let's see how these pictures come out. And now for the magic. There it is. 1, 2, I think, 3. So, I don't know if you can actually get down to 2 and 3. I'm actually going to take a shot from here and try and get the perspective of all 3 of them. Do you know what? They're really cute little falls as it is. I don't have a long enough lens to actually just single those, so I will try and take 3. I will try and take one of the 3 and then probably focus on this one here. I've said it before in these last 2 and also the 3rd vlog about this whole trip that I've actually come on, this tour. I'd love to come back here when there's some serious water flowing down these falls, because look at that. I mean, if you look, you've got the tiered sections just on this one here. Imagine that, rushing with water. What a picture that would make. And the carnage coming down from all 3 of them as the water's just so full. It's not on this occasion, but you know what? I love it. I really do. This place is so beautiful. Crook Gill, I can recommend it. There is sod all places to park. You literally just got to kind of abandon at the side of a road. I'm sure you'll see where you park when if you come down here. Again, definitely coming back when there's some wetter weather. Because this is going to be immense. Yeah, check it out. So I'm trying out some crazy long exposure stuff. At the moment I've got a minute-long exposure going on, so I thought I'd just check back in with you guys again. Now, not gonna lie, the whole vibes of this place is probably one of my favourite from the whole of the 3-day trip. Don't get me wrong, I love Keld. It's one of my favourite places in the whole world. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The amount of falls there and the magnitude of the falls as well, not just little ripples through water and stuff, makes it something really special for me. However, with this place, I'm getting a serious Lord of the Rings vibe here. I mean, if I just pan round, it's just, yeah, I'm getting serious Lord of the Rings. If there's any models out there who want to do a cosplay, LV kind of things, who don't mind coming to the middle of nowhere, scrambling down that bit, and, you know, posing on some of these rocks and stuff just down here with these falls in the background, hit me up, because I'll tell you what, the vibes here are just astronomical. The dead moss and stuff that you can see on the sides, the large boulders, the dead bits of wood, the fact that it's so far down from the edge of the bank as well. I mean, the climb down actually isn't that bad, as long as you're wearing proper footwear, but you actually feel quite low down here. There's moss on the trees, there's jagged rocks, there's obviously the waterfall, which is phenomenal in itself. You've got the overhanging trees. I've just gone too far. This one, bringing down part of its canopy here. Man, this place is just amazing. Genuinely is. Right, I'm going to check in on those long exposures and see how that came out. Check it. Mental note to self, make sure you have enough battery power before trying doing crazy long exposures. I'm just going to change the battery now, then you guys can see the image coming up next. Okay, so I've made it to what I'm going to make as my final falls of the whole 3 days, not just of today. This is another one from Crookgill. It's actually just a small stream that actually runs into the main part. This has not got a lot of water flowing through it, has it? Let's be fair, that is a trickle. However, if you can't really see, well, you can, almost this step formation all the way up the falls, not just this little white line here. Now with that, it obviously again indicates that with more rainfall, these are going to be some really good falls to visit. Now, the pathway's all nice and clear, it wouldn't be interrupted if the water levels were higher. Viewing points might be a little bit more difficult to get to, don't know. But to be fair, the area is absolutely beautiful. Again, you get a proper Lord of the Rings sort of vibe to the whole thing, with the cliff edge, I say cliffs, the rocky edges all down this side. Same again there, you've got a green canopy above the top. You've got this pool of water as well. You half expect to come down here and actually see like a mermaid or something living in this kind of place, because it just has that real vibe to it, and I love it. So as a general rule, beautiful place, just make sure there's more rainfall. So as I say, I'm going to get a few more shots knocked off here, see how they turn out. It's probably not going to be great. If they are any good, obviously I'll post them after this, but yeah, we will see, we will see. Right, I think my time here is now come, and that'll be the end of my 3-day tour up here. Thank you so much if you've tuned in and actually watched this video, and a massive, massive thank you to anyone who's actually watched all 3 of the vlogs from this tour. I'm heading back to the car now because I'm hungry. I've got a long drive back and I miss my wife and cats, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to getting home, having a salad, cup of tea, and sitting on my own sofa. Now, if you've liked any of the videos that you've actually watched, please do give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe from down the bottom somewhere here. And yeah, if you've got any questions, obviously do ask. But this is Mike, checking out. Peace.